Hi everybody, this is Victoria. Welcome back to another new episode of Discovering Art Together. Today we are going to take a look and see what in the world is Cubism. So, what we're going to learn today is what is Cubism and also what are cool, interesting, and important things to know about Cubism, and also learning some of the characteristics that makes Cubism, and also learning the founding artists that started this particular amazing and fascinating art movement. So if you guys are ready, let's get started. So the first question is, what is Cubism? Cubism is a style of painting that was developed in the early 1900s, which took a revolutionary new approach to representing reality. Cubist paintings show objects from many different angles at once. The items represented in the artworks, like for example, humans, animals, and other objects, look like they are made out of cubes and other geometrical shapes. Over time, the geometric touches grew so intense that they sometimes overtook the represented forms, creating a more pure level of visual abstraction. So, what is cool, interesting, and also very important about Cubism? Did you know that the term or name for Cubism actually came from a comment from one of the art critics called Louis Vaucel, who, on seeing some of Georges Braque's paintings exhibited in Paris in 1908, described them as reducing everything to geometric outlines to cubes. The Cubists wanted to show the whole structure of the object in their painting without using techniques such as perspective or graded shading to make them look realistic. They wanted to show things as they really are, not just to show what they look like. Another cool thing about Cubism is that there are actually 3 stages of Cubism, which I did not know about that, which is pretty cool. So let's find out what are these 3 stages of Cubism. Cubism went through 3 distinct phases, or stages. The analytical Cubism, the synthetic Cubism, and the crystal Cubism. So each of these phases introduced a new technique and idea, such as breaking down objects into geometrical shapes, incorporating real-life materials, and experimenting with transparent and reflective surface. So what are some of the main characteristics of Cubism? So we have 4 main characteristics. Number 1 is the application of multiple perspectives. Number 2 is the use of geometric shapes. Number 3 is a monochromatic color palette. And number 4 is a flattened picture plane. Cubism's way of handling of form, color, and perspective signaled a shift from the existing conventions of European modernist paintings. So you might be asking, who were those founding fathers and the people who created this amazing art movement called Cubism? Well, let's go ahead and jump into one that you might probably already know. His name is Pablo Picasso. Pablo Picasso was a Spanish artist. For nearly 80 of his 91 years, Picasso devoted himself to an artistic production that contributed significantly to the whole development of modern art in the 20th century, notably through the inventions of Cubism with the artist Georges Braque around about 1907. His designs often incorporate whimsical creatures, human figures, and abstract shapes, each one capturing the essence of his artistic vision. The tactile nature of ceramics allowed Picasso to infuse his works with a tangible and intimate quality, inviting viewers to engage not only visually but also through touch. Next, we have Georges Braque. Georges Braque was a major 20th century French painter, collagist, draughtsman, printmaker, and sculptor. His most notable contributions were in his alliance with Fauvism from 1905 and the role he played in the development of Cubism. At the forefront of the revolutionary art movement of Cubism, Braque's work throughout his life focused on still lifes and means of viewing objects from various perspectives through color, line, and texture. Through the art movement's principal players were its founders, Pablo Picasso and Georges Braque. Many other eventual Cubist artists adopted this visual language, among who were Fernand Léger, Joan Gris, Marcel Duchamp, Albert Glazes, and Jean Metzinger. If you guys love this video, you guys can check out this video over here, which is the art movement that came before Cubism, which is called Impressionism, so you can learn more about that. So feel free to check that out as well. And thank you again so much for watching. I hope you guys learned something new about Cubism, and hopefully this was like a really cool introduction in getting into this particular art movement. And please make sure to like, subscribe, and also feel free to comment below what was your favorite part about Cubism and what you've learned so far about Cubism. Right below. I would love to know. Okay, thanks again. Stay creative, have fun, happy painting, drawing, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!